What's up, homies? Welcome to today's video. Now, I feel a lot better than I did yesterday and the day before, man. I still feel a little down today, right? Some coughing, all that crazy stuff, but it looks like we're coming back toward the light. You know, it was a rough 2 or 3 or 4 days, something like that, bro. I don't even know how long it was, but I appreciate all the support from you guys that reached out in the comments, man. I really do. I read it. All right, I may not reply to a lot of people, but I do read it. So welcome to today's video. I'm gonna try not to cough a lot, all right? If I do, I'm gonna edit it all out. Anyway, I'm gonna show you guys my defensive setups. We're gonna go through the man, all right, and then we're gonna go through the zones in another video. I'll break down zone after zone, you know, to show you guys my little defensive scheme, and then how I play in the red zone. But today I'm gonna show you guys because there's a lot of new people to the channel and they don't know how I run my defense. So I'm just gonna share some of the things that I do, implement it into yours the way you want. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, become a member of the Wolfpack. Link is in the description. First things first is we come to our coaching adjustments. Now, remember, depending on what I run, okay, I'll just give you guys a brief breakdown of how I run this. Auto flip defensive play call. The only time I'll turn that on is when I'm running cover 3. Other than that, I won't have it on. Auto alignment, I'll only have it on base if I'm going to set up like a disengaged defense, right? Or a blitz. I'll have it on base for that. However, if they're running 5 wide, you never run base. Too many passing lanes open up when you go base. You're going to have to just leave it the way it is, okay? Do not baseline against 5 wide. You're hurting yourself there. Ball in the air defense, I don't really touch that because Madden's just going to pick what they want. You know what I mean? But this one is very important. With the defense I'm going to show you today, it's by speed. Option defense, I leave it on balance unless I face Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, or anyone trying to run a lot of QB options. So put it on conservative whenever you're facing Lamar. Don't even, just at the beginning of the game, if you're facing a Lamar or someone fast, just put it on conservative. And I know a lot of Lamar Jacksons are in MUT, so you're going to have to start using this religiously. You know what I'm saying? Strip ball, I don't mess with that. Tackling, I'll put it on conservative if I'm missing a lot of tackles, all right? So that's the only time. Okay, so I don't really touch these flats, these zone drops, but I do touch the curl flats, and I started at 20. And these I don't really touch either. So this is how I start off my defense, like this, okay? So by speed, leave this on default on auto alignment, and make sure your auto defensive flip play call is off unless you're running cover 3. This is just me personally. You don't really have to follow my lead. Okay, so I always use the 3-3-5 because I can stop pretty much everything from any formation with this defense right here. That's how good it is. And all I do is, you'll see that I have Thompson here, but what I do is I put Watts. I'll change out, put safeties in these positions. I'm assuming you guys already know about this. And then I'll take Hitchens out, and since I can't put another safety, I'll go ahead and put my man Junior here. You guys are not gonna get me to say it, all right? We're gonna put my man Junior right here. And then your pass rush, you can put whoever you want. I like kind of like the pass rush I got now here for this team. So another thing you could do, you could probably take Matthew and sub him out for Sorensen. So put Sorensen down here, bro, right? You know what? Matter of fact, I don't know, man. However you want to do it, but I would recommend you putting Matthew back here, switching him out. You could put Snead here. Okay, he actually goes there. Okay, so it's the way we want it. That's how we want it with the Chiefs. And then I run the cover 2 man. Now you'll see me in my gameplays going through Tampa 2 and all that, but I'm going to explain those in a different video. Okay, so let's say I'm facing, let's just start it off with a trips formation. Okay, let's just say trio. All right, and they go deep cross. Okay, so whenever I'm facing a trips formation, this is automatically my thinking. I press, right, wire triangle left stick down, and I shade over the top. Wire triangle right stick up. I will never go anywhere else inside or outside or underneath until I hit the red zone. And I'm going to make a video for that, so make sure you stay tuned for that too. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy, Matthew. Now, you remember I put my curl flats at 20. I automatically put him on a curl, okay? And then Thornhill, this is where it gets a little tricky. People like to hit you with deep post, or they want to hit you with a corner route. What I will give up first is the corner route. So right off the rip, I'm putting this guy on an inside third. Okay, so it's gonna look like this. Then my user. Now, here's where my user, this is what I do with my user. If I see a drag, I'm gonna bite the drag route, believe it or not, okay? If I see dual drags, I'll probably bite the drag that goes to the right. Sometimes I'll bite it if it goes to the left. And here's what I mean. If you bite the drag that goes to the left, right? you're in a better situation of stopping it rather than if you tried to go for the right, because you already have a curl flat. We have what, 2 people going to the right. You got yourself and you got your curl flat going this way. So you'll lose trying to bite a drag going left and then they throw it right. So dual drags will mess you up with this defensive setup. However, the only thing that can beat you are drags and corner routes right now. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking at our opponent, what he throws. You know what I'm saying? So as he snaps the ball, we look at what he wants to throw. Let's see what he wants to throw. You'll see got nobody, and there's just people in the way. That's a pick. You see what I'm saying? Now, obviously, people are going to start. Why is my man? Oh, okay, because I'm using my scuff controller. That's why, bro. My bad. My bad. All right. Okay. So let's say he's just dotting you up with drags. This is how I do it. Okay. I press, shade over the top. Then I'll put these guys both on cloud flats. Okay. So now they're going to clouds. Now, how do you make cloud flats? Well, first you got to put these guys on curl flats. So you A or X left stick to the right for curl flat, A or X left stick curl flat. Now, the reason I don't use quick adjustments and doing it like by pressing A, B, and then not moving is because I typically move these guys into the positions I want them to be in. So I've already trained myself just to click on them and then change them myself. Okay. So once we got curl flats, we shade down by pressing wire triangle right stick down and then wire triangle right stick up for clouds. That changes them to clouds. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to stop all drag routes or slow them down to where they're non-existent or pick the ball off or whatever. Just it's going to stop a lot of things underneath. Now, where my user is focused now, the only things I'm going to guard, okay, is I'm going to guard a deep post or a crossing route. Like I said, being that I'm not going to use it now, but I want you guys to see where the quarterback can throw it now. With this setup, running that same play, he could get me over the top now. You see, boom, that's where he could get me. So this is where your thinking has to come into play. Okay, so if he's starting to hit things over the middle of the field, you'll see me make these adjustments. I'll press, right, shade over the top. I'll put this guy on a hook zone, right, and put this guy on the inside third. So now I have a hook zone. I don't know why he didn't go on a hook zone, but he should have went on a hook zone or a hook curl. And I'll run it like this. So now if it's like a crosser and he wants to throw it early, boom, this guy's going to be in the way. And we get the another pick. So that's pretty much, that's how I run that. Now, the only time I'm going to run a deep half is if he does have someone on his team that's fast. So like a Tyreek Hill, let's say there's a Tyreek Hill on the left side. He's the outside receiver, right? I'll move this guy over, right? And then I'll put this guy on a either purple or a cloud. See, this is where it becomes a chess match, bro. Like, you know, I'll either put him on a cloud flat or curl, but since it's a trips formation, I'll leave him on the curl first. And then if I start getting beat with drag after drag, then we'll change it up accordingly, or I'll bite the drag myself with my user. Now with the deep half here, okay, what I'm looking for is over the middle, right? Whenever he snaps the ball, I'm coming this way. So I have two options. Do I want to bite the drag route? Depending on how many yards he needs. If he needs like a little bit of yards, I'm biting every drag route, right? If he needs 13, 14 yards, I'm not worried about the drag route, homie. Okay, I'm worried about back here. So it's situational. Always remember, how many yards does he need? Does he need a lot of yards? If he does, well, then you play over the top. If he needs small yards, then okay, then you run the curl flat and then you user this yourself. You know what I'm saying? You'll come and bite whatever drag you can down low. So I'll sit down low on some plays depending on how my secondary is set up. These two guys back here are the most important part of my defense, to be honest with you guys, because they're the ones that alleviate a lot of the pressure put on by the offense towards you. Now against 5-wide offenses, this is how I set it up. And this is, I'll run with this at the start. You'll see me do it in my gameplays a lot. So let's say they run empty stealer, and it doesn't matter what they run, okay? The way I set it up is I press and shade over the top. And here's why. Whenever people see me run my defense, they come to 5 wides because they want to throw that deep middle post. So what I do is I'll bring Matthew down here and I'll put him on an inside third, and I'll leave this guy on a deep half just to start it off, okay? Now, if I'm facing a mobile QB, I put Jones or someone on a spy and just rush 2. I don't care. I'll rush 2, bro. You know what I mean? So I'll put this guy on a spy and rush 2, and then QB contain, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it'll look like that. Because in Madden 21, the pass rush is better on a 2- and 3-man rush than it is anything else. So we are here. We got some inside routes. Boom. He just threw it right into coverage, and that's going to happen as well, bro. They're going to just throw it into coverage. You know how it goes online. So pressing, shading over the top, inside third, and bringing them down. Only reason I do that is because a lot of people always want to hit the middle of the field over the top. They do that from empty base flex a lot. They try that a lot. So this is pretty much the default setup. Now, if he's not doing that, then you go back to your setups that I showed you previously, running dual clouds, curls, an inside third. But if there's a fast guy like Tyreek Hill, you always got to respect that guy because he will take you over the top if you press and all that. May have to back up off of him manually. You know what I mean? Don't let him just get you over the top. Now for angle routes, people that like to throw angle routes with the running back, the only thing I recommend you do is spying like Jones, bro, because he will sit there and he will be in the way of angle routes that come from the running back. So like, watch, check this out. If you snap the ball, watch how he drops back. An angle route, he'll be right there where the angle routes go. So I just wanted to show you guys those setups. Use them. You can pass commit as well if you know it's going to be a pass. If you're not sure, don't pass commit. If you know it's going to be, if you think it's an RPO, then you pass commit if they're running a lot of RPOs. And you could probably stop a lot of RPOs with man. However, if you can't, you run cover 3. As I'm going to talk about probably that defense in the next few videos that are coming up. So I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for the support. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on. I love you guys, man. Peace.